Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for joining in today. Welcome to another AMA here on the Polygon Discord. Today, we got a really cool and exciting project. We have Metavault Trade, and with us from Metavault, we have Anna and AJ. How are you guys doing today?
Good, thank you. Thank you for welcoming us. We are very happy to be here today. So, yeah, my name is Anna. AJ, if you want to introduce yourself.
Of course, of course. AJ here. I'm in charge of marketing with Metavault. I joined the team like 2 months ago. Currently, I live in New York, United States. I've been trading crypto since 2016. Uh, Leverage trading, degenerate, everything together. Thank you for having us, Zanzi. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm super excited to have you guys here and talk more about Metavault. Real quick, Anna, did you want to share a bit about like who you are, what your background is as well?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so I'm responsible for marketing at Metavault Trade as well. So, managing everything, growth of the project. I'm also involved in business development with Steve, our co founder of Metavault Trade, who you might have heard of. And yeah, so we're both currently leading the marketing, sorry, with AJ, with bringing new fresh wind into the project since I've also joined the project less than 3 months ago. So yeah, now I've just adjusted to everything, to the new project, and it's going really well. Very happy to be here today and tell you more of it.
That's awesome to hear. Feeling is mutual. So yeah, let's jump into Metavault and I don't know, like let's start with like the development journey and like where you guys are at right now. Like what stage of development are you in and when did Metavault first launch? Like what's the journey look like so far?
Yeah, sure. So we launched back in 1st of June. Actually, I think you had an AMA once after our launch with our co-founder Steve and Arthur back then. Yeah, so since then we grew a lot actually, and we added many functions. So development is going really well. We implemented many new functions, and we have a lot of things going on also now in the future on our roadmap. So yeah.
Development started way earlier than June. Just to add to Anna's speech, they started December 2021. The pre-sale of our native token, which is MVX, was mid-April till May, and the platform was launched June. Yes, enabled mid of June.
Yeah.
We've been growing since then. The volume has been great, even though everybody says we are like in a kind of bear market, so the volume dried, but we have been crushing it.
Yeah, we actually, I mean, during best season, we have been reaching most of our milestones in the last couple of 2, 3 months. I mean, AJ, if you want, you can also share the screen so for people to see how we evolved in this period of time since we launched. And this is also great to see that growth is going well, and also in these times, we're performing well because our devs are constantly building, marketing is constantly going on and on. We're always fueling our pipeline. Yeah.
What do you think has allowed you to be like you're saying you've been doing great despite the current market conditions and a lot of projects aren't lucky enough to say that many projects have been affected negatively by the current market conditions, so like I'm curious like what do you think has allowed you to still be able to operate successfully like through the current market conditions?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, I mean, in the beginning, I mean, I understand the question is on market condition, but in the beginning, we were very basically silent in marketing. So once me and AJ started everything, the project went up and up. So people constantly hearing about Metavault Trade, looking into the project, because in the beginning we were very silent. But now, because in marketing conditions, so we have bear season. However, we have lately, I mean, recently, some weeks or months ago, implemented a platform on arbitrage bot. And I don't know if you know what it is, or let me just quickly explain. So basically the platform own arbitrage bot is looking for making arbitrage transactions on across different dexes, basically on Polygon. And so once it finds any of them, it can make a transaction, and then the swap fees basically are collected, and so our volume and fees are able to increase in this period as well. So this is quite of a big benefit to us.
Yeah, that's really cool. A really cool source of revenue. What about like the products that you offer? Like what's appealing about them to the average DeFi user during the current market conditions?
Yeah, sure. So I mean, we have many benefits for traders on our platform. So basically, you have reduced slippage, zero impact trades due to Chainlink price feeds, and then we also have great benefits because we offer the features which are like in a centralized exchange. So we can make stop loss, take profit, or limit or market orders when trading at us. Open a position, long or short. We can shortly, put up the screen and show you how it all works. Also, a great thing is that we have reduced liquidation risks, so no scam wicks. They are smoothed out basically. So yeah, it's an all-in-one platform, spot and leverage trading.
All right, Zanzi, can I share the screen with you guys?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool that like with the products that you offer, users are able to make money in both a bear or a bull market. Like when the price goes up or down, like they're still able to tap into profiting off
Yeah,
those price
exactly.
movements.
Of course. As you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, right now we just see the Discord though.
All right.
Yeah, when you hit share screen, you're able to choose between sharing a specific application or like an entire monitor. So whatever works best for you. You mentioned that using Metavault trade, you avoid the risk of scam wicks that you often see on like centralized exchanges. How is that like possible?
Yeah, through the price feeds and Chainlink, basically they are determining when liquidations occur. So basically, once that's done, people they know. So once that happened, that they are not liquidated. So at this point, it's smoothed out.
Yeah, I think that's like a really key advantage because, if you're trading on a platform like KuCoin or Binance and they had like a huge wick on their platform, a bunch of their users might get liquidated, whereas a user on Metavault trade would probably avoid that scam wick altogether since they're using a Chainlink price feed. So yeah, it's definitely a huge benefit of a decentralized on-chain
That's
platform.
that's our key factor.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
would there be any other key benefits of putting this on chain?
And what I also would like to highlight is that, at Metavault Trade, you just need your wallet to connect, and there is no two-factor authentication or KYC, so anyone can trade from anywhere without limits and registration.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's so cool.
I think that decentralized exchanges are the future, in my opinion, for many factors. One of them, we just mentioned it, the wicks. We see a lot of wicks in small exchanges, which causes liquidations on your positions. Also, KYC, it's not favorable from a lot of people. That's not a good thing again. And 2FA password, these kind of stuff. Once you lose your device, you have to go all over again with 2FA, set it up again, and this and that. Meanwhile, in decentralized exchange or Metavault specifically, you just connect to MetaMask and that's it. You can go ahead. Also, Zanzi, I want to talk a little bit about our growth. You can see my screen now, right?
Yeah, we can see it. You're on a analytics page, which is
Yes.
very cool.
As you may see, the last 2 months, 3 months, we had a big spike on the volume. We jumped from 40 million to 140 million right now. Also, the fees, which is very important for our community and our investors, they want like straight up to 380, 360,000 almost right now. The fees, the benefit of the fees, they go all to investors. It's 30% for stakers, with whoever stakes MVX, and 70% for MLVP, which is the liquidity providers. Also, I wanted to go to the users. As you may see, the users, we jumped from 450 to almost 2,000 users in matter of 2 months. We have the unique users as well. So the charts, pretty much, they have been going straight up, even though we're in a bear market.
This is incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, Polygon and Matic has been a big help as well for us, since the fees are very, very low there, and everybody's happy with it so far. We haven't had any major issues or concerns so far. So thank you guys. Thank you as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I think it's really cool to have a project like this on Polygon for DeFi users to tap into.
I can jump on our application tab if you.
Yeah, let's go on the app.
All right. As you may see, our layout, it's very, very simple, so we don't try to complicate things. We have the long position, short, and swap. Long, you can open a position here. For example, if you put 30-matic here, you can leverage slider. You can use as much as you want, up to 30x. I usually avoid that. I go not higher than 10x. Also, you can it's very simple. Just a click of a button and you're ready to go. You have the short or swap. You can swap Matic. We have Matic, Matic, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Link, Uniswap, Aave, USDC, USDT, and we just added BUSD recently.
Wow.
Yep.
And I noticed that you also have limit and trigger order. What is the trigger order? That one is new to me.
Trigger order is take profit or stop loss order. It can be set after opening a position. Once you open the position, you set up a trigger order, and that order is gonna open or close whenever the price hits.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we also have this cool feature of when you open a position, for example, or actually, wait, if you want to disconnect from your wallet, you can go on the trades function below the chart. Yeah, trades.
Yes, trades here.
Yeah, go on trades, and then you can basically see all the positions, swaps, liquidations that happened in the past time. You can look at them, and you can also, if you click on one address there,
Okay.
yeah, you can click on the 3 points, and we have the function of being able to share your position, but you have to either click on a position, so long or short. If you go back, these are swaps.
Yep.
Yeah, go down a bit. The majority is swaps. Yeah, go on increase long.
Okay, I just want to encourage everybody that's in this voice channel right now. Make sure you're tuning in to the screen share Also, if you have any questions, drop them in the text channel. We got a question coming in from Brunello. They're wondering if you could elaborate on MVLP. How does it work, and like what risks? Are there any risks associated with like providing liquidity? How does that all work?
Actually, yeah, I can elaborate on this. So our MVLP token, like AJ has already mentioned, MVLP stakers receive 70% of platform earnings in Matic. And they also earn escort MVX that can be vested. So the thing is, we are backed actually by Metavault DAO, if you have heard of it before. So Metavault DAO is our DAO, and it supports us with the liquidity as a parent organization. So it's continuing to fuel our growth in general. So it intends to be a liquidity provider at Metavault Trade. So that's why it makes us actually very robust and independent, almost risk-free. But Metavault Trade possesses the autonomous tokenomics still, and in terms of the importance of, for example, protocol-owned liquidity at Metavault Trade, why it's important, why it's a big factor, why MVLP stakers do not face too much risk is that we are maintaining our pool, so protocol-owned liquidity, because of the fact that stakers of MVLP receive 70% of the platform fees. So that's why providing liquidity for the MVLP token is actually really vital. And we are pursuing with this model because as a DEX, especially, you have to be able to resolve the liquidity problem, right? So how it's actually done, so how liquidity is provided and owned by the protocol is when 100% of the fees from the trading pair of MVX and USDC are converted into USDC and deposited into MVLP as POL, so protocol-owned liquidity. This happens every Friday, basically, during our reward distribution. So the growth of our pool is accelerated by this. So by adding USDC from the liquidity provider fees to our MVLP protocol-owned liquidity, if that makes sense. Thank you for the question, by the way.
Yeah, that makes plenty of sense. And yeah, I think it's really cool that you guys have protocol-owned liquidity. Um, I'm wondering if maybe now would be like, since we started talking about MVLP, if now would be a good time to jump into the other tokens within your ecosystem, because I understand there's also MVX and MVD.
Yeah. Yeah, MVD, just to make clear, is our government, our DAO ecosystem token, so from Metavault DAO. And MVX have, I can go into the rewards if you like. So you can stake MVX and this earns you Matic, escrow MVX, and multiplier points. So this is actually really interesting. In general, you can compound your rewards, for example, on our D app, and you can stake to earn multiplier points as well.
I'll share the screen, Anna, so they have a easier. So here we have the MVX and yes, MVX wallet, MVX. You can stake MVX.
You're actually not. You're sharing your Discord screen right now.
Yeah,
right. This has been kind of. Screen. What about now?
Good to go. Yeah, it looks great.
All right, perfect. This is our platform where you can stake MVX or MVLP, the liquidity providers, with the APR right now for staking it's 39, almost 38.39%, and the APR from MVLP it's 45%. This percentage goes based on the volume that we do. So the more volume we do, the APR goes higher. And like I said earlier, all the fees, they go back to our holders, 30% to stakers and 70% to MVLP. We are hard fork. We are a solid fork of GMX with a little bit of improvement from GMX. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people are familiar with MVX and GMX. Also, I wanted to add that MVLP is a liquidity pool with blue chips. So the risk or price movements of token in the basket or trader would be great P&L. Also, total earnings, we have the compound, so you can compound all your stakings, and you can either claim MVX or Matic. It's up to you.
Yeah, that's really cool. It looks like overall you guys have a really sleek UI. I love the colors or the theme, I guess, and yeah, I don't know. I think it's a pretty like simple to understand um, user experience. Like it's very approachable, user friendly. Like if compared to like a centralized exchange, like it's very um, similar the way everything works. So like I think
It's
it's
very,
easy. I like
it's
I
very,
mean it's also very different, but I mean it's like approachable for people who already know how to like trade. It's like
it's
Yeah.
it's very,
Yeah,
it's very
actually, yeah, go on, AJ.
yes, it's very user friendly. Yeah, and we have also like small update. We have an update on design coming up in a couple months, so that's pretty exciting for us. So it's gonna be even better right now. Zanzi, also, can you please do me a favor? Steve is asking me. He wants to add something regarding
oh,
VLP.
absolutely.
He's our
Um
co.
yeah, I think I see him here. Should be good to go.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Steve. Great to have
I
you.
had a bit team. Hi, Zoni. Uh, so something I missed maybe. The team is doing good. I want to add something about the features of trading and about the question about MVLP. For the question, the risk which the liquidity provider are bearing is simple explained. When trader making too much profit against the pool, because the pool is the casino bank inside leverage trading, that would face to losses to the liquidity provider. But if AJ scroll down a little bit, you can see that normally that the trader are losing over the long run against the platform. So this one type, and second type is that when the assets in the basket losing value, for example, when Ethereum price going down, it will have a small impact to the liquidity token price. In the otherwise, when the prices are going up, the same effect is there. That means that the MVLP price is going up with the price of the Ethereum. The pool is compensated with 50% of stable token, so that this risk is minimalized, but you have exposure to the market conditions. So in the bull market, you will have even higher prices in MBLP, and when the price of the assets going down, it will also impact the price. Some other things about the trading features, we are implementing trailing stop to our trade interface. That means in the near future, you can also have this sex feature that you can set trailing stop orders. That means you can define a range where your stop limit will trigger. We know everybody the problem when you're setting stop loss and take profit order and your trade going very positive, and then with a dump the price is going to your stop loss. You will not have the chance to take profit with a trailing stop. When nobody's familiar with this, your price increasement automatically increase your stop loss price. One other thing about what AJ told is the new interface. We will not have only a new digital diamond branding. We will add options trading, synthetics, forex, commodities with the new D app. We're actually in the development phase of the complete overhaul the app functions. Also, we will implement options trading with hedge functions, delta neutral strategies, synthetics trading, forex trading, commodities. So that's the part I want to add. I'm here, and AJ, you can move forward.
All right. Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, thank you so much, Steve, for sharing the alpha with us. That's awesome.
Yeah, if
All
there
right.
are any other questions, maybe, or yeah, AJ, continue.
I guess one question that I have, now that Steve has shared that alpha with us, when forex and commodities come out, will the um, leverage be the same, like up to 30 leverage, or do you think we could potentially see higher leverage?
For this question, leverage trading on Forex will be first limited to 100x. Later, when we have data and logs about the risk management settings, we will incrementally increase this leverage sizes. For commodities, we are planning 5x. For synthetics, 20x leverage.
Very cool. I know you guys have quite a few partnerships, integrations like Polygon, Chainlink. Are there any other key partnerships that you'd like to highlight or mention?
I mean, we are initiating many partnerships with many people, but we wouldn't like to disclose this before anything is ever fulfilled. I mean, probably you have maybe seen that you can also now buy MVX on Kyber. So yeah, we integrated with them, and we've integrated also the Web3 wallet of Exodus. So yeah, maybe AJ, you can show that as well, that we have another wallet, so everyone is welcome owning an Exodus wallet to trade on our DApp.
Yeah, well, you can buy
For this
MVX.
part, you can see on the left side bridge and swap. That's a partnership with Soccer Tech, so you can bridge and swap on our platform. We have this implemented widget. We will today or tomorrow migrate some of our liquidity from Uniswap to KyberSwap Elastics. Also, the integration of 1inch is nearly finished. We will be one of their liquidity sources. Also, KyberSwap and OpenOcean are implementing us to their routes or adding us as liquidity source. That will mean that our liquidity pool will be more utilized with swap aggregation. Do that, we have nearly to 81 possible swap routes on our platform with our multi-asset pool.
Wow. Okay, that's all really exciting. So in regards to like these bridge partnerships, like, are you guys currently you're only deployed on Polygon, right? And I don't know. I'm just curious, like, um, why did you choose Polygon, and are there any other chains you could look at potentially deploying on in future, and why?
The main reason was we are a friendly fork of GMX. We had a deal with them to not deploy on chains they are on, to not cross paths or getting conflict of interest. Secondly, the most other reason to deploy on Polygon was the infrastructure. We have many chaining price feeds. We have a good node operations. We have enough RPC sources or adaption on centralized exchange, fiat on ramp, off ramp, or you can deposit directly from Polygon to any major exchange or withdrawal to Polygon. When we want to choose other exchange, other chains, it will face to user experience impacts. Do that, the people need to bridge a second time, and even the transaction fees and the block times are very fast. Also, there we are a multi-asset pool and we have spot trading. It's important that you have enough TVL on the blockchain and enough other DEXs to aggregate between.
Yeah, most definitely. That is some mandatory criteria for sure. in future, I'm curious, like as Polygon rolls out their ZK EVM and supernets, do you think you could see Metavault potentially expanding to other Polygon chains?
Today I get the offer from the Polygon team about the ZK EVM. We will have a meeting next days with them to look into the ZK EVM chain. So let's look what the future will bring. I cannot say anything to that now.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like the last 10 minutes we've just gotten so much alpha, so this has been, yeah, this is really cool. Um, cool. Well, let's jump back to Metavault. And just keep talking about the best ways for DeFi users, like how they can like tap into this.
There are two ways to use our platform. One will be if you want a trader, so you can swap, leverage trade, or you are an investor, so you can provide liquidity, purchase the governance token, and stake to get part of the fees we're generating. So there are mostly two use cases. The third one will be if you are affiliate marketer or you want to earn passive income, you can participate with the referral program. So you're inviting your friends or inviting trader and getting fee commissions from this. So that's one other part where people can earn money with us. So you can trade, spot trade, so normal swaps like on Uniswap, or you can trade leverage. That's even interesting for people which trading, because spot trading you need a high movement that you can gain profits. But if you use leverage trades, it's most easier to generate profits. But the risks are even higher, there you can lose money. Liquidity providing is one good thing because we have blue chip assets on the pool like Matic token, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So you have good risk exposure to the market for positive and negative price movement. To purchasing the token, MVX, it's speculative, but we are building a lot of things, and you getting 30% of the earnings. Also, MVX is baked from a part of MVLP because the protocol owning all the token LPs. So the Uniswap LP is 100% owned from the protocol itself. So we are not depending on liquidity provider for our token. Secondly, we have a significant share of the MVLP as MVX staker. So the price is not only speculative, we have a underpinning value for each MVX token with MVLPs.
That's cool. I think it's great that you have a referral program and you're able to do that on chain. Another thing I think that would be really important to talk about would be the security of the protocol. I know there's been like a lot of exploits throughout the DeFi industry, so like I'm just curious, like how does Metavault trade like stay secure, and do you guys have like any audits done? What's keeping the platform
Uh,
safe?
So firstly, we are a fork of GMX. So the contracts of GMX are audited two times, one from ABT key and one is from Quant, I think. So there was no major issues. We make our own audit from TechRate, but it's not that high tier audit companies. So also we have a good risk management. We are monitoring all important transactions. We are logging them. We have bots which are sending us messages when, for example, a vulnerability will be detected and somebody will call the time lock or the risky parts of the time lock. So we will have enough prepared time to avoid exploits. One other thing is that we have strict rules in terms of price feeds, price manipulation events. Uh, what else? So we are using many sources to check if the price of chaining are fitting. Is there any deviation, offset of the market, that the system will automatically enable spreads to avoid exploiting. We see last times that there was some market manipulations on Binance, which affected some perpetual trading platforms. We was one of the exchange which was not affected from this because our risk management was perfectly set it on this way. But we are not saying that's enough. How I can repeat every time again, we are monitoring every transaction, every event, every possible problem it can face. So I hope that nothing will happen, but you cannot guarantee this. So as we see that GMX is very large and they are not exploited or have major exploits, so we are confident with this, that everything will go well.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's awesome that you guys are taking the necessary precautions to, stay um, vigilant about security and protect user funds. That's awesome. So we already touched on this quite a bit, but perhaps like there's some things we didn't cover. Like where do you see Metavault in the future? Like what are your short term and long term goals for Metavault? Like
The short-term goals are to be one of the best and the best performing DEXs on Polygon. We are going to this very fast. We have a protocol arbitrage bot that will be now have soon MEV capacities that we can utilize our pool and aggregate between other DEXs like QuickSwap or Balancer. Secondly, we have actually a referral competition running to attract more traders that using our friendly interface. After this, we will have a trading competition with some CTs and some trader groups that there will also attract more traders and more utilization. After this, with the implementation of cross-chain leverage, adding more swap sources, adding more perpetual tradings inside this whole operation, we want not only that we are growing, we want that general decentralized perpetual tradings will grow because I'm against this playing and liquidating people on the open market. This order book manipulations from central exchanges are ridiculous. We cannot accept this. Our main goal will be to educate the general audience to join the decentralized trading and the benefits of this because of transparency. No price manipulation can be happen. We cannot manipulate the oracles. So we are displaying the price and the keepers are only executing when this has happened. So people need to understand that decentralized is the better future because not your keys, not your crypto.
yeah, I completely agree, and um, I'm gonna add to that. I got a little short story. My friend, he deposited money on like an offshore brokerage so that he could like trade forex, and he was doing successful. He was trading for months. He significantly like multiplied the size of his account, and then he went to withdraw everything at once. They flagged his account there for suspicious activity. Said he can't withdraw any of the money he made. He can only withdraw his initial deposit. So essentially, like he used this platform to make a bunch of money, and then they just rug pulled all his profits. And that's because he let the platform have custody of his assets, right? Whereas if using something like Metavault, you retain self custody of your assets, and you're just interacting with smart contracts, right? So yeah, that's a huge advantage, is that you don't have the risk of falling victim to like some sketchy offshore brokerage or like you already mentioned, the scam wicks, the order book manipulation.
Yes, we know that many central exchange have market makers or inside jobs where they are looking for the balancing of the short and longs, and when there are too much shorts, they make a short squeeze with a order book manipulation into the uptrend. So you can follow this easily when you're looking at the charts of Binance or FTX, that there are for 20 seconds up and down movements in a high peak in the big wicks. Smart contracts are, they are public, they are decompiled, verified. Nobody can scam you there. So you can check the rules of the smart contracts, and the smart contracts only making this for what they are programmed.
Yeah, exactly. I have to agree with you there. That's like the big selling feature of blockchain is that we're building like a trustless and transparent system, right? Whereas all these other like private market makers, there's so much room for human error and manipulation and fraudulent activity. So that's putting things on chain and just making it verifiably trustless, and it's just a huge innovation. And yeah, it makes tons of sense to have automated market makers. I think compared to the private market makers, which is like majority of our traditional markets. uh yeah, I don't know, you get what I'm getting at.
Yes, yes. If you want, AJ, can you share our documentation and the contract tab, so we can show our audience here that everything is public from our site. So every contract are displayed, and when you go to the Polyscan, you can press one of these contracts, no problem. Not MVX. Look, MVLP manager or order book. You can press there. Open. So we spend a lot of time with Polyscan to verify and tag every smart contract. So you can see on the contract overview, every smart contract is verified and tagged from us. So when you're interacting with smart contracts, you will see every time that this smart contract is from Metavault. Non-authorized smart contracts will be not displayed as Metavault smart contracts. You can scroll down, every function is displayed, the APIs are public. So our liquidators, price updaters, order book managers, everything is public from our site.
So regarding the liquidation system, is that completely managed by you guys, or how does that work?
We are relying fully on the Chainlink Oracle. So the liquidators are the soft fork of the upkeep function from Chainlink, but due the rules of the vault, we cannot Chainlink upkeep functions or the Chainlink keeper have one issue. You don't know which address will execute the transaction. The sender are not known to us, and they are changing like a revolver system every couple of days, the senders of the message. So it was not able to implement the keeper function of chaining to our system, because we need to whitelist the liquidators. So we worked on this type with the with chaining, but it's not possible to implement this into the GMX contract. On the other side, when you look into the liquidation events, you will see that the functions and the events are public. So you will see for which price you get liquidated and why you get liquidated. So there's no scammy attempt from our side. AJ, can you go back to the docs, please? I can show Zauni what I mean with. Go please one of the liquidators down. Down. There are the position liquidators are there. MVX liquidator 1. So go up a little bit. So MVX liquidator 1, for example. So you can go there and press one of these liquidation positions. So when you go to click see more, yes, then scroll down, select view input data. Yes. And press original. No. Or please decode input data, please. So yes, correct. So you will see which account get liquidated. Was it as a long position or not, which was the index token, which was the collateral, and the fee receiver of this transaction. During this event, the price of your liquidation will also set in the vault contract, so we can verify that the price was hit or why you get liquidated. So there's every function is public of the liquidation event. So when there are some complaining, so we can prove that there was no scammy liquidation from our side. The smart contract of the vault don't allow any suspicious event from our side. So when the vault say no, then the liquidation will not happen. If you go back to the liquidator wallet again, AJ, you can press back, correct? So you will see one red transaction. No, go down, please, a little bit. So you see liquidate position when you press on this reverted transaction. Yes, you will see that the vault empty position. That means that this transaction get reverted from the vault because it was not public for liquidation, so or not allowed to liquidate this position. Also, when you're trading on our platform, in your trade overview, you will see every trade or your liquidation event, and you can check the transaction history with the transaction hash. So the people don't need to search too long to see what happened.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Thanks for showing us how to use Polygon scan like that.
So if there are any other questions, I don't see the text channel at the moment.
Yeah, so I definitely want to encourage everyone. Well, we're lucky enough to have the Metavault core team members and co-founder here. Ask your questions, and yeah, I don't see any questions coming in. I mean, Brunello had some great questions, but we answered all those. I feel like we've done well, you guys have provided a really comprehensive overview. Great job explaining how everything works. So, yeah, this has been awesome. One thing I guess really important, where is the best place for everyone to follow up with you guys and get involved?
Would suggest
Follow
is
yeah, okay, sorry.
you can follow our main handle Metavault Trade on Twitter, as well as also because we are always posting informative content, so every integration, every update is updated with everyone in our community. Also on our Telegram channels, we also have other channels for the Vietnamese communities as well. Lately, we've introduced that as well. You can view all the channels on our page on ecosystem on our website from Metavault Trade. As well as I would also highly suggest for people who want to find out more about the reward system with a case study to read our reward system on Medium as well. Yeah, if you have anything to add, guys, AJ or Steve.
I'm just posting the links so everybody
Yeah, please do that. And yeah, we always are up to date with our Medium as well. So yeah, stay tuned for other updates as well coming.
Perfect. And you guys have already shared so much alpha, but is there anything else that you wanted to talk about today that you haven't already had the chance to?
Not at the moment. We're gonna leave it. We shared enough alpha, so right now I think we're just ramping on everything we have at the moment. So I guess that was it for today. Thank you very much, guys, for having us.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the questions as well.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us today. It was great having you and learning more about Metavault. Really excited about everything you're bringing to the Polygon ecosystem. So this was so cool having the opportunity to showcase your project to the, Polygon Discord community. And, thanks so much to everybody for coming out and listening and attending. It's been a phenomenal AMA session today. So thanks everybody for making this possible.
Thank you, Zamzi.
Thank you for hosting us. Thanks.
Absolutely, anytime. Really appreciated you doing this. So, yeah, and I guess that concludes everything. Thanks so much, everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye, everyone.